Hey everyone, FlyingDutchy here and welcome back to the Netherlands. My cold is almost over, it's 80% over and it's time to make some recordings because I'm out of recordings on YouTube. It's today Monday, the 8th of December, and in 2 hours I want to release a video, so let's record one and then the rest of the day will be all recording EU5 again. Because, yeah, I'm feeling a bit better. Now, when I was sick, I could not still sit still. So what did I do? I made a spreadsheet. I'm gonna open it here, and you can see here that what I did is made some sort of template for all the regions I'm gonna take as the Netherlands, and that means that we have all these provinces with their goods, and if I want to make them towns or rurals, and if they are ready, how I want to form them. And we have to do this, I think, because we are a small country and we need to make sure that we use our population very efficiently. So that is why I made this spreadsheet. The yellow ones means I need to change something from town to rural or the other way around. Green means that they are having food, and the blue ones are the food ones that have the most upgraded buildings, like the sturdy grains and the wheats, for example, have a mill, they have farming villages, and they can have irrigation if there's a river, which makes them very good for food. And that's what we are going to do. So let's just go and start in our capital. We can do this for the first 10 minutes of the video and then we will continue. In Antwerp we have these 5. We don't have to change anything. We have made the right towns, in my opinion. So we're just going to take a look at this province and see how they are doing and if we need to remove buildings or not. So, welcome back. This is Antwerp. We have 3 towns, Breda, Bergen-op-Zoom and Antwerp, and we have 2 rural locations. I completely forgot about 2 very good buildings that me, did not look at all. So that's what we're going to do right now. And let's start doing that actually in Mechelen. So Mechelen is a rural location. We have wheat over here, which is the best food RGO you can have. And the only thing that this province should do is make food. The only thing. And we're going to make sure that we are going to do this. So let's take a look at the population. With 25,000 population. We have no spare peasants. Everyone is at work who can be at work. But what are they doing? So yeah, we have no nobility buildings here, of course. We could build a cathedral to get more migration and conversion. But no, not really needed over here, I think. There are no burger buildings. And then over here, look at all these buildings that my laborers are working on. They are, for example, working on a rural cloth maker. And there's not even a bonus for the production. That is new, by the way, in 1.10. And we have a lot of wool, and we are also having a good amount of cloth. The price is pretty low. And I don't want the people here to work on cloth. They need to work on the food. So we're going to remove this building. Now we have some sheep farms. Sheep farms are not the best building because they are using 1,000 for a tiny bit of wool. And the sheep farm has no other bonuses. They don't give you more food. So sheep farms are only needed, in my opinion, if you don't have enough wool. So I'm going to remove all the sheep farms over here. We are going to work on the bridge for the proximity. And there we go, we have the windmill already. The windmill gives 10% more wheat output, so that's good. So this is all good. They are also working on a fruit orchard. But the fruit price is also low in my country and they only make 0.4. So I don't really like this fruit orchard over here. And now we have 5,000 free laborers, so I will upgrade the wheat. And then, the most important thing for these rural locations are these buildings over here that we completely did not look at. And here we can build the market village, the farming village and the irrigation. Now let's go over these buildings real quick because they are actually really good. So the market village I will build when I have an RGO that is not very profitable or is a good food RGO. Because market villages are having a couple of bonuses. They can use all kinds of production methods. Let's take a look at these first. And they will choose the one who is the most profitable. And they can make, for example, also jewelry from stone instead of silver and gold. Which is really good, in my opinion. They can also make some glass from your sand if you have enough sand. So I really like the market villages, but that is not the only thing. The market village also gives 50 food capacity, so it's a small granary. It gives new market access, which is new in this patch. So this location will have more market access, which is of course good for the profits, and yeah, it's just a small bonus. We get some trade advantage and trade capacity, so we can trade more. So I think this is a very good building to build, and is a good way of using your peasants. But Mechelen is a food location, and therefore we want to build the farming village. Now the farming village itself has a production method, which I'm not super interested in, but they are making some livestock, which is a very good food RGO, 8. So we get even more food. And the most important thing is that we get 4% food production from this building. And we have another 100 per building food capacity. So the stockpile of food in the Antwerpen province will go up with these buildings. So these farming villages is what we want to build here. And I wonder if the laborers are going to demote. I think they do. Now we also have the irrigation. Irrigation gives 5% extra food. So, and they only cost 250 peasants to work here. So also these buildings are really good, because they give of course a good amount of food productivity. So that is why I made this spreadsheet. So let's see if they are going to demote and the laborers will become peasants again. Now let's take a look at the spreadsheet one more time, because I want to show you guys a bit more. There it is. So I made a bit of a rules over here. Now I want at least one town per province for the literacy and these base granaries that you can have in your towns. I want to build towns with good harbor capacity for coastal locations. And I want to build them where I have, for example, only one sea tile that I want to get maritime presence in. Then I also want to build a town there with the harbor buildings. But I will show that later. Now in here I made a rule that in food rural locations, the farming villages should be built, which we just did, for the extra food cap and the food production. Irrigation, which we did on rivers. Especially wheat, rice and sturdy grains with a windmill. So all these three buildings, the farming village, the irrigation and the windmill, give the food bonuses. Now in rural locations with not good food, then we just build market villages and not the farming villages. And especially when we have good control and market access. So that is what I'm going to try to do. The fishing villages and the forest village I'm not a big fan of. The fishing village is good if you need fish or sailors, but we have those in our city, so I'm not going to build those in my game. And that is what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to do this for, let's say, 5 more minutes, and I guess then we will keep playing. And I will do that for the next couple of videos, so that we can have a couple of provinces just ready how I want them to form. Now in Turnhout, we have wool. We have built up the full wool, and we get 5 food out of it, so also very good. But then, so we have no noble buildings. We can build the cathedral, but cathedrals, meh. I don't think it's needed here, because we don't need more population really. We need that in our cities. But then the laborers over here, who are working on the wool, are also working on these sheep farms. I don't want all these sheep farms. The sheep farms also don't get a production bonus because they need tools and lumber. And tools can never become a bonus because that is not an RGO. And we have no lumber RGO here, so we don't get a production efficiency. And now we have 10,000 laborers working for 6 wool. That seems very inefficient. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to remove maybe even all of them. We are going to lose 6 wool though in our market. Yeah, look, we have so much wool. This is a waste, I think, of my population. So I'm going to destroy all of them. Can I destroy all of them? Control? No. Then we do it like this. And now we have 9,000 laborers free. Now, I don't want to build any of these buildings for now, because we have better buildings to make cloth. We have a better building to make coal. Well, we don't have any building we have coal, but we have some coal RGOs, which we'll go over later as well. Because they have also their own things. We can build the fiber crops. But look, we have enough right now, so not really needed. So these laborers should not really do this. Instead, they should come over here and get to work on the market and the farming villages again. Now, the farming village over here, once again, gives the highest food capacity and 4% food production. Now, is that going to do something over here? Yes, it's not a bad building. So I want to build the farming villages over here, but I also want to build the market villages over here. So they need to start working on these two buildings. I might give them some things to do here, because it's close to the capital. And because it's close to the capital, it has good, effective control. And because we have high control and high market access, this would be a good location to maybe build some of these production things. But we will do that later. First, I want to set this up. Now then we go to our cities, and you can see in Antwerpen, we have 55,000 pops, which is not a lot, and we have no free peasants. So, we don't have any population over here. Now if we go over the buildings, we have built all the buildings we can. We have built the maximum scriptoriums, which is okay, because it's in our capital. And we have built all the other buildings. But for the burgers, maybe we have to turn down some of these. Now I'm not going to turn down the very profitable ones. But jewelers, maybe we should remove this one. We have enough. So let's remove this one so we have a bit less of a burger deficit. And I think the potters we should also keep. Yeah, let's keep that one for now. So I'm going to keep those. And of course we want to build the wharf, the entrepot, the arts academy, the counting house, library, trading hub. We need all these buildings, the market warehouses and all the marketplaces. So we just need to wait until the pops are going to work here. Now my laborers over here, what are they doing? They are also working on this fiber crop farm. Meh, it's not that great, but it is giving a decent productivity, I guess. So I think I'm gonna keep it. What about our sand situation? Do we have enough sand? No, so I will keep that one. And yeah, then you just see that over here we just have a big problem with pops. We need more pops over here. I will turn down every armory where I have more than one level. There is literally no reason to have more than one armory in a location. So I will turn that down. And irrigation is giving population capacity of 1,000 food. I'm not gonna do this because population capacity here is already 700,004. Why do I want 705,000? That's not gonna make any difference. And the food is not needed here. We get food from these two. So that is why I'm going over these things here. You can see that we are having very low population in these in this province. Now Breda is a town, and just look how it's looking over here. We have only 12,000 population over here, which is really low. And look at this, guys. I have never built a temple. A temple gives a full 5% control out of nowhere. So yes, I want to build a temple over here. And yeah, and then we have all these buildings again. We have built a couple of profitable buildings, like the tools, which is fine. We have a tannery over here. And we have a gunsmith. And I guess I'm gonna keep them. But I also want to keep building marketplaces over here. But we have no population. We have 8 sand over here, and we want to have our population work in the granary. Which they don't, because we don't have enough. We are having minus 400, so this needs to just mature. And we should not send anyone to the colonies from Antwerpen, because they need to work on the buildings here. And look at our other town here, Bergen op Zoom. Absolutely horrible. We need to build a temple for the control. But we need 6,000 laborers over here to work all the buildings. And we need all of them, because it is the protected harbor, the polders and the granaries for the population growth. So we need to wait here until we have like 6,000 or 7,000 more pops. So what I will do actually is build a cathedral over here so that we get more migration into this location. It's too bad, really. Now, I will build those polders and stuff because they are just good buildings, but it's going to take a while before this one is going to be ready. And Antwerpen we already did, right? Yes, so we have now done this province. I'm going to mark it down in my spreadsheet and then we will keep playing for a bit. So, I marked it down. Let's keep playing, otherwise we will never reach the next stage. That was 15 minutes of microing with Dutchy. I mean, it's just what it is, guys. We just have to go and do this now and then, in my opinion. What I could do is build actually cathedrals everywhere here, because it is our capital province. And maybe we should just go and get population growth over here. Yeah, maybe we should just build everything over here. Yeah, let's just go for it. And maybe the hospitals as well. You know what, let's just put them in. I will build the hospitals here. Yes, we won't have the population. We just don't have to send people to the new world. Someone said that I had a big drop in population, and that was most likely because of a illness. So I am now a big fan of building hospitals. Someone said, Dutchy, you should build your cavalry. You never did that. And that is true. I have never built up my cavalry. And we should do this because we have a huge amount of horses. And I will build the armored horsemen. Are they level 3? Wait, are they still 1? Did I never put them in this research queue? Wow. Really? I was doing this for so long, I think, and then I removed them again. Where are they? I did the Lancers. Wait, the Lancers are the level 3 heavy one, aren't they? Yeah, they are. So it's the Lancers. You would think that Lancers are light cavalry, but in this game they are heavy, I guess. The Lancers. Yeah, there we go. Level 3 Lancers. They will cost us to upkeep 0.2 horses. No problem, because we have a lot of these, so... And you know what, let's build 10 of them. And yes, I will do the starting experience. I did the click, guys. Are you proud of me? I hope you are. Yeah, let's build 10 of these, or 9. 3 per flank for now. And yeah, let's just keep playing and keep colonizing. I want to annex Berg. I think they are strong and big enough, but they are disloyal. Where are they? 0.4. Yeah, centralization. And I am... Okay, well then I guess we're gonna spend a bit more on this. And maybe we're gonna do the thing that makes them happy. Subject actions and then loyalists. Oh, loyalist is 0.20 now. Is that new? I think that's new. So let's just get 0.1 diplomat a month. And then in 9 months we will start annexation of Berg. I think that's a good idea. Are they demoting or not? Let's see. Are they going towards peasants in Mechelen? There are the armored horsemen, guys. We have them. Yeah, they are. Okay, good. That's good. Now, there's another thing that is good about this. When we are having so much food in surplus, we are selling the food. Right? The food price in the market is 0.01. I don't know what the next number is, but I guess it's a flat 0.01. And all the rest of the food is sold. Now, I don't know why Paradox thinks this was a good idea by sorting the food tooltip like this. They are showing the lowest one first, and and then the best ones we cannot see. Over here. They should turn this around. But we are selling all the extra food for 0.01. ducats. So the food over here, the 400 that is not needed, is sold but times 0.01. So that gives me almost 4.5 ducats, right? And those ducats are not going to the estates. They are going to be taxed by me. So imagine if we had 1,000 food here. Then we would make 10 ducats from only selling food. We make 37 ducats in Antwerpen. By taxing it from our estates. We make 125 will go to the estates, and I make 37 of it right now. Mostly from the burgers, as you can see in the over here. But the food is not going there. So if I have 1,000 food, I get a 10 extra income in this province. Not only in Antwerpen, of course. So you have to look. Here we have 37, 49, 51, 53. We make around 58 tax from Antwerpen. We can make 10 from the food. So even if you don't need the food, you're going to sell it for profits. So you should really try to specialize and try to make as much food as you can, because it's free income. Hey, the colony is ready in Tomali-Peko. Oh yeah, you're going to go to New Vlaanderen. There you go. Yeah, looking good, guys. So we have Hollandia, we have New Vlaanderen. I want to make a colony over here. And I want to make a colony over here. I want to make a colony over here. I want to maybe make a new colony over here in Suriname. Maybe one here, maybe one here, maybe one there. But yeah, we can only do so many things. And those slave centers, I figured out that indeed... Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Prestige? No, we don't want to lose prestige. Okay, we want to become a kingdom at some point, so we'll do this one. Slave centers, and I wrote it down. You cannot build them in a country with the same religion. If I was staying Catholic, then I cannot build a slave center in New Groningen, because New Groningen is a Catholic nation. But they are a Catholic and we are Protestant, so now I can build them in New Groningen, in my colonial nation, because they are of the wrong religion. And then the second rule is that you can only build them in a location with a different religion. So not even the group, but a complete different religion, I think. Was that true? Let's take a look. Yeah, the slave center cannot be built in a country with the same religion. Any other religion is fine, but in the location that cannot be in the same religious group. So even if they are Catholics, for example, are they Catholic over here? Yeah. I cannot build a slave center here in Arwil because they are Catholic. They need to be of a different religious group. And then I could build a slave center here because we switched to our other religion. That is why I was so confused over here. So I'm still thinking that when you take land from a colonial nation like Mali or Benin, that you want to vassalize them and not give it to a colonial nation. Because in your colonial nation, if it's the same religion, you cannot put a slave center. So that is what I figured out. Someone had a comment about... one moment. Cloudy nights. Oh god, what is this? Lose progress. Well, I guess we will do this one. Yeah. Someone told Dutchy, they are not in your market over here, right? And you build those slave centers. Maybe you can use that option that they are going to use your market. Where is it? Here. And then request market access. No, offer market access preference. Now they don't want to. It's weird that they both say the same thing. The Netherlands gains market attraction, and here as well. No. It should be the other way around. But I think these are only helping you for your own locations. I will not give the market access preference to a vassal's market. So that is why that is not going to work, I think. 10 more years, guys, and then we are going to the new age. 2 more things I wrote down. We can build a settlement in our own country. We can build them over here. We have so low population in these locations that we can build them over here. Look, we have 6,000, 6,000, and 6,000. So this is free population, so we should absolutely build them. And the last thing I wrote down is, Dutchy, you have upgraded your paper mills. And look, this is the upgrade button. Do you see the difference between this little arrow and this plus sign? Can they make this a different color? And now it jumps away as well. So we are going to upgrade our paper over here. Do they have more people employed? The paper workshop is having 250 burgers. Okay, they need 50 more, guys. They need 50 more burgers for the better paper thing. But I think we will start upgrading those. I think all of them. Yeah. I think this number is wrong. I think they count in that we keep the other buildings as well, but we don't, so see how that goes. We have discovered Maine, and we have unlocked the printer's shop, which is the upgraded scriptorium. So the scriptorium used this to make 0.3. And now we have this one. Oh, come on. They're going to use some lead. Oh god, lead? Do we have any lead? But they're going to make a full book now. So they go from 0.3 to 1 book. So the printer shops are also really good. And we should upgrade those in our capital. And that is the first priority, because we need those for the institution. We have discovered Maine, we will go there soon. So I think I have to cancel the paper workshops again and upgrade one of them. And then I will also upgrade the scriptoriums. How much do I need for the next institution? Do I just need 1? Dynamic, Antwerpen has a printer shop with at least 1 level. Yeah, so we should build those printer shops in all our towns. And cities, everywhere. Yeah. We should do that right now. Take a look. Can I find the upgraded building? Clergy buildings. Wait, what? Scriptorium. Why is it not in the list? Why is the building not in that list? That was weird, right? Wait, they are now using burgers. So the clergy are going to go away? Yeah. That is interesting. Okay, printer shop, and let's just click 1 everywhere, guys, because then we can get the institution to spread. And we should do that in our biggest cities. I don't know if we should do it everywhere, to be honest, but maybe 1. Maybe 1 everywhere. I think I will. Pure for the institution. I mean, it's gonna give us so much books. So we should maybe remove some in Antwerp, and that will also give us more population. Indian South Equatorial discovered. Yeah, I did not look at these things. This is EU5. Going over the buildings, why you need to look at all the other things. Am I discovering this? Yes. Let's discover this sea tile. I can't. I don't have any money. I can't really do anything. And they forget what you last did, so you have to redo and click again. Yeah, maybe not in the places where we have no burghers then. Ghent, of course. Duinkerke, Kortrijk. Let's build them in a decent amount of places. Utrecht, we have a huge amount of population. Let's build there as well. Münster is a decent one. Bielefeld, maybe. I mean, some of these locations will change from town to city. I don't know which one yet, because I don't have my spreadsheet open. Let's do it like this. We discovered New Hampshire. It looks like that my colony in New Nederland is not colonizing it. Okay. I want to discover this sea tile. I want to go towards Canada and make a new colony over there. And maybe we should also discover some of these sea tiles. But we don't have the money for it, so let's go and get a bit more. How's the Reformation going? Hey, we have Heinrich Bullinger now as well. I will stop pinning these because they are pinned over here. So, makes the outliner a little bit better. We have 14 million Lutherans and we have 63,000 Catholics. Doesn't look that we are converting that quickly. Oh no, it looks different in this map mode. At least we are converting, and that is what we are doing with my seeds. Yeah, we are integrating the Soest location, we are developing Antwerpen, and we are converting with the other two. We have discovered the Gulf of Oman, so we can now see the whole coastline over here. Looking really good. Is there anything special over here? Pearls, cotton, clay, some alum, sugar over here, a lot of pearls, a little bit of gold. And not that much over here, a bit of sugar. Nothing interesting to justify a war over, I think, in this region. Why is this? Oh, I think we don't know this part then. Oh, it can be colonized or something. I don't know. Wait, what? That is the coastline. Really? Alright. And we can see a little bit of India. India looks very small in the EU5 map. Is this really the shape of India, or is this because we don't know it? I'm very curious. But I will absolutely go and keep going this way. And the Reunion market. I don't think that market is gonna work, so I'm just gonna click this. Keep exploring. Can we already go over here? To Australia? Yes, we can. Let's find the coast of Australia. Castile has to help them in the rebellion against Castile and return of the favors. Yeah, sure. They have these rebellions all the time. Castile, why are you not forming Spain? I guess they need to take more lands before they can. I will lower this again. And I will lower this again. 100%. Yeah. How's Antwerpen doing? Are we having a couple of these buildings already? No, not yet. Hey, we have built a printer shop now, I think. Yay! There we go. We have our first printer shop, guys. Which means we are now eligible for the institution in Antwerpen. That's good. And we're gonna of course build more of these, but that will mean that we have too many books soon, I think. We have some dies left. We are gonna make more paper with the better paper building. We are actually having a lumber surplus because we have a couple of big lumber RGOs now because we conquered Germany. And yeah, really guys, if you don't conquer this part of Germany, you're so screwed as the Netherlands. If you stay like this, you have nothing. Complete wasteland over here, RGO-wise. It's actually horrible. Religious tensions. We can take our chances. Do what we can. We'll do that one. We have discovered North Carolina. Yeah. How many colonies do we have at the moment? Oh my god, we have so many buildings. 4 colonies. Yeah, I really don't think we can justify more colonies right now. We just don't have the population. And we will see that when I go over more coastline in the next video. I will end the episode here, guys. In the next one, we will go over all the coastline over here and do the spreadsheet. And then we will keep playing. I think that's a good way of a bit of micro and a bit of gameplay in every video. And for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and give a comment in the comment section. It really helps for the video. And January is coming, guys. January, the advertisement income is going to be halved. So I will have way less income as a content creator. If you think I'm worth it, do you think I make content that you like and that you're going to stay with me, just consider becoming a YouTube member. It does make a huge difference, especially in January, that is coming next month. So yeah, just thank you in advance for that. And I want to see you hopefully in the next video. See you there, guys. Bye bye.